Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn what will happen when metals are burnt in air. When a metal is burnt in air, they react with oxygen of the air and form a metal oxide. We have learned in the first chapter chemical reactions and equations that magnesium metal burns in air with a dazzling white flame and it changes into a white powder. Can you name the white powder obtained? It is magnesium oxide. So magnesium, when burnt, it combines with oxygen present in the air and forms magnesium oxide. When metals burn in air, we get metal oxide. So we can write the general equation as metal plus oxygen, metal oxide. Magnesium oxide formed dissolves partially in water, forming magnesium hydroxide. When this aqueous solution of magnesium oxide is tested with red litmus, it turns to blue, showing that it is basic in nature. So metal oxides, when are dissolved in water, they form metal hydroxides. These are basic in nature and turn red litmus to blue. Now, let us see the equations for magnesium with oxygen. Magnesium we denote with the symbol Mg. So Mg plus O2 we get MgO, which is magnesium oxide. Now magnesium oxide, MgO, it dissolves in water. So MgO plus H2O. We will get MgOH twice, magnesium hydroxide. In general, we can say metal oxides are basic in nature because they turn the red litmus to blue. Now, can you say whether sulfur is a metal or a non-metal? Sulfur is a non-metal. Take a little sulfur powder in a spatula and heat it over the flame. Sulfur burns by combining with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide gas, SO2 gas. The gas has to be collected by keeping a test tube in inverted position over the fumes. So you will keep the test tube in the inverted position over the flame to collect the SO2 gas that is being formed. Non-metals combine with oxygen to form non-metallic oxides. Sulfur combines with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide. When water is added to sulfur dioxide gas and tested with blue litmus, it turns to red. This shows that non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. So when you write the general equations, we can get it as non-metal plus oxygen, non-metallic oxide plus water, we will get acid, acidic nature. Now, do all the metals react with oxygen in the same way? The vigor of reaction depends on the chemical reactivity of the metal. Some metals react with oxygen at room temperature only. Some react on heating. Some react only on strong heating, whereas still others do not react with oxygen. Potassium and sodium are very reactive, that they react even at room temperature. They catch fire and start burning when kept open in the air. So these metals, potassium and sodium, are stored in kerosene oil to protect them and also to prevent accidental fires. So you can see the sodium metal stored in kerosene. Let us study the chemical equations of potassium, sodium, calcium and magnesium with oxygen. We have already learnt the general equation. Metal plus oxygen. What do we get? Metal oxide. And when metal oxide is dissolved in water, we get metal hydroxide. These metal hydroxides are basic in nature. The metal oxides dissolve in the water, forming alkalis. The water-soluble bases are called alkalis. Now, if you check the equation of potassium with oxygen, you have potassium K plus O2, K2O. You can balance the equation. You will get 4K plus O2, 2K2O. Now, when potassium oxide dissolves in water, you get potassium hydroxide, KOH. Similarly, sodium reacts with oxygen to form sodium oxide, Na2O. And this sodium oxide dissolves in water to form sodium hydroxide, NaOH. Calcium combines with oxygen, forming calcium oxide, CaO. Calcium oxide dissolves in water, forming calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. We have already seen the chemical equations of magnesium with oxygen. We get MgO, magnesium oxide, and when dissolved in water, we get magnesium hydroxide, which is MgOH twice. Oxides of potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium dissolve in water, forming alkalis. Metals like aluminum and zinc, they burn in air to form their respective oxides, but not at room temperature. They combine with the oxygen only when they are heated. These oxides of aluminum and zinc show basic nature as well as acidic nature. Such metal oxides which behave both as a base and an acid are known as amphoteric oxides. Oxides which behave both as a base and an acid are known as amphoteric oxides. Let us know the chemical reactions of aluminum and zinc with oxygen and how their oxides are amphoteric in nature. When aluminum is heated, it combines with oxygen to form Al2O3. The formula for aluminium oxide is Al2O3. Now, as a basic oxide, it reacts with hydrochloric acid and forms salt and water. So, when it reacts with hydrochloric acid, the salt obtained is AlCl3, aluminium chloride. As an acidic oxide, it reacts with sodium hydroxide, NaOH, and forms sodium aluminate and water. The chemical formula for sodium aluminate is NaAlO2. So, aluminium oxide is reacting with a base to form sodium aluminate, a salt and water. Even zinc oxide is amphoteric in nature. It behaves as an acid and also as a base. As a base, it reacts with hydrochloric acid to form zinc chloride and water. The formula for zinc chloride is ZnCl2. As an acid, it reacts with NaOH to form sodium zincate, Na2ZnO2 and water. So far, we have seen that sodium and potassium, they react at room temperature. Calcium also reacts at room temperature, but not so vigorously as potassium and sodium. Magnesium reacts with oxygen on heating. Aluminium and zinc react with oxygen on heating strongly. Iron does not burn even on strong heating. But iron filings burn vigorously when sprinkled in the flame of the burner. So, they'll form iron 2,3 oxide. The formula for iron 2,3 oxide is Fe3O4. Iron does not burn directly, but when iron filings are sprinkled over the flame, it burns vigorously to form iron 2,3 oxide Fe3O4. Copper metal does not burn in air, even on strong heating. It forms a black layer of copper oxide CuO when you heat it for quite a long time. That is, you are heating it prolonged heating. When heated continuously for a very long time, it forms a black layer of copper oxide but does not burn. This black copper oxide is CuO. Silver and gold do not react with oxygen even at high temperatures, so they are less reactive. Metals like magnesium, we have seen that they are rubbed with sandpaper before burning. When you are burning a magnesium ribbon, you have rubbed it with a sandpaper before burning. Can you tell why? The surface of magnesium ribbon is covered with a thin layer of oxide. This oxide layer prevents the metal from further oxidation. Hence, the oxide layer is removed by rubbing with sandpaper before burning. At room temperature, metals like aluminum, zinc, lead are covered with a thin oxide layer. The oxide layer of aluminum can be made thicker to improve its resistance further. This process of making the oxide layer of aluminum thicker to prevent further corrosion is called anodizing. It is known as anodizing. In this process, a clean aluminum article is made the anode and it is electrolyzed with dilute sulfuric acid. You remember, anode is a positive electrode and you are taking the clean aluminum article as anode and dilute sulfuric acid as the electrolyte. When current passes through the acid electrolyte, oxygen gas is evolved at the anode. This oxygen gas reacts with the aluminum anode to make a thicker protective oxide layer. This layer can be dyed easily. It can be colored easily to give an attractive look to the article. I think all of you have understood what is anodizing. Now, when the metal samples are burnt over the flame, they give different colors to the flame. You have seen that magnesium ribbon burns with a dazzling white flame. Sodium burns with yellow flame, potassium with a violet color flame, calcium gives a red colored flame, copper with a blue-green flame. All metals may not give color to the flame when they are burnt over the flame. So we have learnt so far how metals react with oxygen and the nature of metal oxides, and also we have studied the order of reactivity of metals with oxygen. Tomorrow's class we will discuss about how metals will react with water and with acids and also with a metal salt, another metal salt. Thank you.